What is good, beautiful people? Welcome back to another video.
A little too late.
My homie Bryce is going to the Air Force, so before he's leaving for boot camp, I think it'll be a good idea to take him on a grassroots drift event that's going to happen this Sunday. Little did I know how much work I need to do for this Mustang to be at least track ready again. Whoever tightened this shit up used their whole body force. Oh my god. Man, this car is testing me. Or more so, I'm testing myself. I'm literally doing everything that I'm not supposed to do just because I'm in a rush. Please do not be like me. Let's start from the rear end. When I finally finished the dual caliper, when I put the diff back together, I forgot to put the baffle plate for the breather valve back in. So last night before I went to bed, I took off the diff cover before the RTV dries. This morning, I just spent an hour to clean the RTV, reapply the RTV, and put the diff back together. And then moving to the front end, I did not know that I need to buy the engine lifting plate to bolt onto the block in order to lift up the engine. I bolt on this side just fine, and then when I move on to that plate back there, this plate bolts to there, down there, right? This is where the battery goes. The normal me, the not in a rush me, the smart me, would definitely remove the battery first. The battery tray was already in the way. Right, I have to remove that in order to lift up the engine. I didn't think none of that. I was so determined to put the plate on from up top, from underneath, and eventually when I finally got it on with one hand, literally underneath the car, holding the plate and the nut with both of them in one hand, and somehow I managed to get the bolts onto the block, but I could not tighten it. So I went to Home Depot, hoping to find the shorter bolts with the same thread pitch. But that thread pitch, if I'm not wrong, is 9/16. They had 1/2 inch and 5/8. They just don't have 9/16. After I step out of the Home Depot, on my way to the parking lot, I was like, wait, hold on. The only reason I wanted a shorter bolt is because I couldn't fit the shorter socket in the gap. Why can't I just buy a ratcheting wrench, a 22mm ratcheting wrench? That'll solve all of the problem. I didn't even think of that. I probably thought about that for a split second before my ADHD kicked in and kicked that shit miles away. I went back in, almost ran into a car, got the 22mm, and came back to realize that everything would be a lot easier if I just removed the battery first. I don't have to go underneath the car. I don't have to squeeze my hand in the gap. I don't have to scratch my arms. When I tell you it was a shit show, it was a shit show. So after the camera was off, everything else sort of went pretty smoothly for a split second until I had to put the new oil pan on. The new oil pan was bent at one corner. Now, being a metal oil pan, right? I don't think that was a big deal. Here again, I was in a rush. I was not thinking. I did not bend it back before I put it on. I was thinking that I already used a flat half screwdriver to pry the old oil pan off, and that was pretty bent, pretty beat up, and I just don't feel like cleaning up the old oil pan. And I know as a fact, I'm gonna lose patience if I try to clean that. I'm looking at that right now. That thing is nasty beyond belief. Anyways, when I hand tighten the oil pan bolts back on, the disaster strikes again. Remember that bent corner that I mentioned 5 seconds ago? So I was just tightening it. I kept tightening it. Took a little longer than others because it was bent. I was bending it back. Okay, like the resistance, all of that. Cool. I just kept tightening it. And then it's not tight anymore. This is the corner that was a little bent. There's supposed to be a bolt over there. Thankfully, it's not on the block. So if one day I'm redoing the timing chain cover, I can still fix it for good. But before all of that happens, I need to helicoil it. And that means I can't finish it tonight. I was going to put everything back together. Well, technically, I can still put everything back together. But right now is, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
The current time is 1:11 a.m.
You heard Alexa. Yep, it's 1:11 a.m. Normally, I'm not even like this. And I don't know what got into me. I'm just so fixated to get it done fast, get it done right away, like right now. I mean, 2026 is off to, I wouldn't say a bad start, a challenging start. And this is definitely the higher up teaching me a lesson. You can probably tell from my voice, I'm pretty tired right now, but I'm far from being defeated. I'm very hopeful because one thing about me is I always get things done, no matter how tough it is. And hopefully, after about 5 seconds, you're going to see this car off the jack stands and hopefully running. The disaster strikes again.
No, too late.
You didn't get it right.